IAAPA Expo last week. Herschend saying that they're interested in Silverwood. The deal is not quite done yet, but Andrew Wexler is joining us now. Andrew, thanks for being here at IAAPA Expo.
Yes.
When you look at different, let's say, properties that you're interested in, what type of questions do you ask internally to analyze, would this be a good fit?
We have a very deep diligence process. We really want to understand what's the product, what does it mean to the communities that it's in. So we actually ask a lot of internal questions, but we also go external. We want to talk to the guests. We want to talk to the people who have consumed the park, who season pass holders. But we also talk to people who don't come to the park and why, and understand what it is about the brand or what it is about the product that has not drawn them in yet. And so we really want to understand, is the product or is the brand iconic in the community, and how do they feel about it? Fortunately, when we did that research on the very front end of our diligence for the Palace properties, it came back great. And those properties are iconic. They mean a lot to the communities they're in. And the people who have consumed the product like it. And so what we now need to do is continue to drive the product in the positive direction, identify the gaps and needs for each product. We do a 10-year capital plan.
10 years?
Yes, we do 10-year capital plan for every property. And part of that is going to be consumer research on what are the needs to draw in all the guests, but it's also an internal, what do we need to make the employee and the host experience better? What do we need to improve efficiency in lines? And then obviously safety is paramount. So what do we need to do to make sure the park's as safe as possible? And so all these things kind of go into this magic cauldron, and out pops a 10-year plan that is all the CapEx that we need to do to make sure that property is the best it can be.
Let's be honest, with 9 miles of aisles on the trade show floor,
yes,
I'm sure you'll be keeping your eye on a couple things that you'll be looking at for the next 10 years. But you mentioned your host experience,
yes,
those who are on the front line. Herschend is known for such a phenomenal employee culture.
Yes.
Walk us through, why is it so important to have in place a way that your hosts can give feedback back up to folks like you inside that C-suite?
Absolutely. Well, we firmly believe that the guest experience can never exceed the employee experience. So if what we call a host, an employee comes into work and they have a bad experience and they're in a bad mood, who are they going to take it out on? They're going to take it out on our guests. So it's so critical that we create an environment where they feel taken care of, so then they can in turn take care of our guests. And so we do quarterly ENPS, so the Net Promoter Score, but of our employees. Would you recommend coming to work here for a friend?
Wow, and do that once a quarter?
We do it once a quarter, and then annually we do our full-blown employee survey, and that is a very comprehensive survey. We use a third party to allow us to benchmark against the travel and leisure industry as well as all businesses in America, and we are better than all the benchmarks. But it's important for us to really understand what the hosts had to say. I tell the hosts, we do town halls, and I say, we can't fix things that we don't know are broken. So every employee has the obligation to speak up when something's wrong. Now, it doesn't mean we can always fix it. And there's always context and maybe reasons why we don't do something that somebody might want done. But we're going to work really hard to understand what the issue is and see if we can make it a better host experience.
Absolutely. All right, better experience in the park. Cinnamon bread at Silver Dollar City and Dollywood, absolutely renowned.
Yes.
We're going to start to see this at some other places?
Yeah, you never know. First of all, I could eat cinnamon bread every day.
I could too, honestly.
But what we want to do is make sure that's what the community wants.
Good advice. Andrew Wexler, CEO of Herschend, thank you so much for joining us, and thanks for being at IAAPA Expo.